Right, let's go. Oh, computer's gone to sleep. Hello, welcome. It's Fiona Fernandez, live. Just got to go and find myself. Just a moment, please. Get everything working. Hear myself, so that's a good sign. I have to use my phone again this week, so having problems with my iPad. I'll just log in though so I can see people's comments. Okay. Right, who's with me tonight? We're going to do some card making. I'm going to play Annual Catalogue, page 116. And I'm going to use this gorgeous set called Art in Bloom. And I've got the bundle. So a bundle means you've got the stamp set as well as the dies. And this one actually comes with a folder as well, an embossing folder in the bundle, which I think is great. So this one is very clever and it cuts things out. So I've had a little play for a second and I'll show you how I did that in a minute. Who's joining me tonight? Athena. Hi Athena. Hi Diana. And you going to be making anything tonight? Oh, that's funny, isn't it? I've got a bit of a shine going on there. That's my little light I've got to use. It's like a little glow. Must be reflecting the light. Let's move that. Oh, it's still doing it. That's really weird, isn't it? It's like it's got a hazy glow around it on my screen. It's my resident ghost on the table. It's probably just a reflection. That's okay. Covers for your sketchbooks. Lovely. I love seeing your work. It's so nice. I'll have to post some pictures up for us on Athena Craft. It'll be good. You crafting, Di? Let me just scroll through my comments. It's a bit hard to see everybody. Okay, I'll just pull it up on here because I can't see it all up there. And then we'll get crafting. So the exciting thing, Stampin' Up news, the 24-hour shipping day is tomorrow, 24th of June. So if you're wanting to get anything with free shipping, do that tomorrow. So you need to do your order tomorrow. If you're a demonstrator, you need to open the order tomorrow and close it tomorrow. If you're a customer, just log in on the 24th of June and do your purchase. Now, where are we? Buy fee Handcrafts. I'm trying to find myself again. Seem to have problems with that some days. Get a tea. Yep, you grab a tea. I've already had a coffee. I just find that little light glitch really interesting. I'm not sure what's causing it. Must be a reflection on something. It looks funny on my screen. Does anyone else see that? It's like a little bit of reflection. Maybe it's reflecting off my camera. I don't normally use my phone, but I'm having trouble with the iPad and the sound is going all funny. It's all glitchy. Alright, let me turn the sound down on this one. Okay, so what else is happening? The last chance sale is still going on. So where did I put it? I've put the other one away. The other catalogue, the mini catalogue, till the end of June it's almost the end of June, so that one's almost gone. There are still things there that are for sale if you're looking at any of those. And I made a card for someone today from the heart set that I used the other week. So I showed them the card and they were like, oh, I'll have one of those. So I wanted someone's name on it. So I don't know if you saw my post the other day with that pretty paper. I'll grab that pretty paper. This one, the gold and rose gold specialty paper. It is so gorgeous. And I was like, what am I going to do with it? So I did do something with it. I'll just show you that up close. It's quite glittery. Let's wait till my pick some up. It's really shiny and lovely. It's a beautiful card. Look at that. So I actually used it with some of the thicker foam adhesive, double-sided adhesive, and put it through the die cutter and cut out the letters for someone's name and put that on the card, and also a number for the years. So I'll probably post that later on once that event is over so I don't spoil the surprise. I like to do that. So that's very beautiful paper, and there's two colours in there, the gold and the rose gold. So this is in your annual catalogue. It's a new product. It looks like that, the rose one. That's very pretty and glittery. There you go. Lovely. So they come in the 6x6 size. That's it for my news for the paper. I think that's about it for my news. Of course, there's new catalogues coming out, so if you want to get hard copies and you don't have one, I'm happy to send them out to you. I use the Stampin Up mailer, which means I put your name into my Stampin Up into my demonstrator website, into my customer section, and then Stampin Up automatically send them out. I pay for them, so it's my free gift to you, but it means I don't pay twice for postage, so it sort of helps me and it saves me having to send them out as well. So it's a really good way to just keep track of who I'm sending them to as well. So you're welcome to have one of those if you don't have one already, but I need to know that by the 28th of June because they'll go out. I can still get catalogues later, but that's coming out with Celebration, so that's pretty exciting. So if you're a demonstrator already, if you wanted to join, it's quite exciting being a demonstrator because we get to do pre-order on the new catalogues, so we get to look at the stuff and buy it before it comes out to the general public. So that's quite exciting. So we saw a new one today online, and then we'll get our hard copies in the mail soon. Have fun with that, lots of Christmas stuff, so looking forward to getting that. All right, let's get this show on the road and see if I can see any comments there. You didn't get any, Athena? Okay, yeah, it's beautiful paper. It's so pretty, and it makes such beautiful card. Like, it's just really special. It makes it more special. I really like the shininess of it. Although I've changed my class this weekend to Sunday afternoon. So if anyone wants to join in, I still have a kit available if you're local, and I could deliver it. And we're using the gold leafing for that. I'll just see if I can grab a card. So that's one of my cards that we're doing. So that's got gold leafing on it, and that's a lot of fun to play with. And again, it gives it that gold sparkly look, so it's really, really pretty. I'll leave that on the table so that when I move my camera, you can see that on the table there. That's one of them. I do 3 cards for the class. Move my papers out of the way. Yes, I'm really happy with it. I love it. All right, just check my comments for a second. Okay, all right, I'm going to put the camera up here, so bear with me for a second. If you've got earplugs in, I suggest you move them for a second because it gets a bit noisy when I move this back in a tick. Let's see how we go. Oh. The challenges, technology. All right. Uh-oh, what have I done? Trying to get that a bit bigger. How's that? You can see my floor. I want to see the floor. Just bring that in a little bit. Just have to move my stand a little bit. Okay, how's that? I don't see my microphone, do you? Bring that down. Sorry about your ears. Just put that there. Okay, I think that looks all right. I'm sorry if I bump it. I do that some days. Let's move that. Just hope the charger's still working on it. I've got it plugged in to the power, but my charger's been a bit temperamental too. Time for some new technology things, I think. Yes, so that's my card. I haven't put the middle in yet, but I'll do that on Saturday. So that's got the, this is the art gallery set. So this is out of the mini catalogue. The actual stamp set and the dies are in the new annual catalogue as separate items, but they were a whole bundle in the mini catalogue. But the paper, the DSP, which I don't have on this one, the designer series paper is on special on the website at the moment. So I've actually used stamps to do this, and vellum, and that's a painted embossing folder. I love the look of that. So I've actually put a bit of ink into the embossing folder for that one. So we'll be doing all that on Sunday afternoon on Zoom. None of this getting together anymore for a while, unfortunately. There's a bit of, lucky I've got a lot of things to play with here. Righto, let's have a look. Why can't I see comments there? It's weird. Okay. So this is the embossing folder that comes with this set. And I've just played with it for a second, and I'll show you how I did that in a sec. So this one has a die in it that fits into the embossing folder. So it comes out, and I just stamped. And then you've got that to play with. So I've worn, I don't know if you noticed before, I'm matching my colours. So I'm trying to match my colours. I thought, what colours would I play with? So even if you don't have an inspirational bone in your body, you don't need one, just grab some clothes out of the cupboard and go, what will I do today? There we go, there's some colours. So I've got some colours to work with, or as nice, as close as possible. I'll have to trim this. Oh, do I need to trim that? Yeah, I'll need to trim that a little tiny bit off the edges, but I wanted to emboss it first, because sometimes the embossing sort of squeezes it in a bit with the movement. And I'll colour those in. I'll show you how I did that. Just a second. Just find my other piece of card. So what I did, use my Stamparatus for this. So first, I've put the stamps on there already, but first of all, I positioned my, what do you call that thing? So the dies are going to sit on it that way. I think that's right. Did I have it on the right way? Maybe I had it on the wrong way. No, that's right, isn't it? I look crazy now, don't I? So they sit up here. They actually sit into it quite well there. Okay, and then when you cut it, it does put a little cut on there, but that doesn't matter. So it sits up there. So I wanted to stamp my card first, so that when I cut it out, it would be all embossed, see? So I put that in there first, and I lined up my stamps on it, and then I put my Stamparatus down to pick up the stamp, pick the stamp up. So if you look at it like this, with this closed, sorry, just move that. My cardstock needs to be in a little bit so that it's centered. About there to get it centered. So then I just put the cardstock in about there. Just, you know, looked at it and went, yep, that's about right. Put my little thing on. And then ink up my stamp. You can't see me inking my stamp, can you? Turn everything sideways. So I've washed the stamps before I started. I'm getting it all over me again. Getting black on my fingers. Look here, I've got a black apron on. So I don't often rub stamps sideways, but I'll try. I've seen some people doing that, and it seems to give a little bit of extra coverage on some of it. I don't do it too much because I don't want it to gather too much ink on there. I usually just dab it on like this. I think I've got better coverage this time because that was the first stamp I did over there. That one. there. And then just pop that down. Just press on it. And if you haven't got enough ink on it, you can re-ink it, because this is the good thing about this stamp apparatus. It's a positional tool, so you can just position things and just lift it up. I'm happy with that. And then I'm just going to wipe it off with my chamois. And there to get all that ink out. A bit of fluff in there from earlier. Just make sure you get all your ink off, and then I've got another cleaning tool that I use later. This one. This is a cleaning, the Stampin' Scrub. So when I'm finished my stamping, I clean it, spray the spray on there. There's a cleaning spray that you can get, and that's the dry side to just rub your stamps on them. It's really good at getting all the stuff out of it. It's really handy. So that's my flowers. Just put that aside. And then to put it into your, now I did get a little lamp out, so you might need a little lamp. So I've got this little, I won't shine that in your eyes yet. I've got this lamp that I often use to shine on the table. It's just a little portable rechargeable light, but you could use your phone underneath it even. I'm using my phone right now to video, so I can't do that. So this one here fits up here, like that. You just wiggle it until it doesn't move. So once you put it down, this is the cutting edge here. And so when you're putting it into the embossing machine, I'll bring that over, you put it down onto it and put it through. So I'll just put my card in. Which way do we go? That one's on that side. So because you can't see it, I'm going to put it down, put it together, and then I'm going to put it underneath here so that I can move the card around a little bit. Actually, I'll put it over that way, because you can see right through it this way, to make sure you've got your stamped images in the right spot. All right. That one's got to come over a tiny bit. And it should also sit, you should be able to see the edges around here too. Should be fairly straight because we had it fairly straight. Just double check that. And then you can see your, let me move the light. You can see your stamped images through it as well. I just like doing it with the light as well to double check it. I think that's okay. Turn that off. Oh, got 3 settings on that thing. Pretty sure that's matched up fairly well. Hope so. Double check. So we have a close look. Alright, so I'll just pop that down there for a second. And then on here, so we're using the #1 plate, which is your base. We're doing it with the 3D embossing folder, so you use #4 as well. And you just put it in with the hinge first. Make sure that's on your plate. Watch your ears, might go pop. The reverse Stampin' die cutting. Let's move that out of the way. Ta-da! Magic. That's why I like this. It's like magic. Ta-da! Look at that. It's all popped up. See? Isn't that pretty? 2 cards tonight after all this. So the other dies that come with this are in here. And we have a long one to go with the, these are the stamps. These are the stamps. So there's a, these are smaller than they are really. Keep sticking the stamps to everything. So this one here, thanks for making me happy, it goes in that one there. And we've got a bigger one here to fit one of the others in. It's upside down that way. Never not loving you. That's the other one. You're a rare find and dear friend. And then we've got some lovely, I'm going to use one of these. I like background stamps, you know. Do you like them? Let me put them back in the packet so I don't get them stuck to everything. Because I'm good at that. And there's some leaves as well to cut out. So let's play with all that. I might cut some leaves out while we're cutting things. Oh, get that off. Okay, so there's actually leaves that are solid like that. That'll give us a die cut. And then there's also outline leaves for a stamp. So I might do these ones. And there's little flowers here too. Oh. I'll do some little flowers too. What colour will we do that in? Whoops, today, sorry. Just got to move that out of the way. So you can always mix your sentiments as well if you want to use a different sentiment altogether, like a happy birthday or a wedding. You could do something, so you could even do the gilded leafing on this sort of thing, and put it onto there. Let me take all my flowers off. I'll colour them in a minute. I shall just go and find some other cards to cut out some little flowers. I might go with the pink. So this is, what's the name of that again? I can't remember. That's terrible, isn't it? That's from last year's In Colours. It's just gone from my head. What am I looking for? Just get my cutting mat out. And we'll just cut a few leaves and flowers. Let's put this back on here for a second. So this one we put this one back on, number 2 to cut with, and this one, number 3. I'm just going to cut out a few flowers out of this one. Can anyone remember what colour card this is? Help my memory. It's not polished pink. It's, hang on, I've got the packet here. What am I worried about? Magenta Madness. There we go. There's a bit of madness in there. That's what it's called. Just couldn't think of it. I'm just going to put that through. You don't need to go through the whole thing. Just do another lot of those. Just get those ones off. And they've got all little dots in the middle of them, so make sure you get all your little dots off there as well. Otherwise they'll end up on something else that it didn't stick in there. And then we can decorate with the little pink Magenta Madness flowers, because that'll match my top. And if we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you can't get them off, just use your card like that. Give it a bit of a... I'll do one more lot. See, there's one stuck in here. Just get a a brush. Get that out. I've got to pick a colour for the leaves. Haven't done that yet. Yes, Diana, it's Magenta Madness. Funny how I couldn't remember at all for a second there. I'm used to the new one. It's polished pink is the new one. Right, that's all of those ones. And I want, what else would I want? Just thinking. Right, we need a colour for the leaves. I'm wondering whether to go with green leaves or do some of this Coastal Cabana. What will that look like as leaves? Coastal Cabana leaves. Oh, might try it. Look, I just happen to have a piece there. It's been cut before. Oh. Stick it in there. See what they look like. So this one cuts out the little shapes like that, and then you, got the little brush here, so you can brush them. Comes with a piece of foam as well, this brush, so you can get all the bits out like that. Yeah, I think I'll go with that. We'll see what that looks like. Do a couple more. Let's get all this stuff off here. In the bin. Let's go this way, I think. So, is everyone staying home for the holidays now? Sydney's going through another COVID outbreak, which isn't good. Well, I'm glad we're on the other side of the middle of the year now. The days will start getting longer again. And warmer. How's your crafting going? How are those journals coming along, Athena? I'm just wondering now whether to do a darker leaf as well. Might do a different colour. What else have I got out on the table? Just thinking I might go with, let's have a look at colours. Let's look at the colours for a minute. Colours, here we go, colours, lots of colours. So I've got out Coastal Cabana, this one. I'm just thinking of doing a darker colour with that. I'll go a bit of Bermuda. These are all together here, so I might do that one, Bermuda Bay. Let's see if I've got that on the floor. I've got some right here. There's a piece. Some balloons were cut out of that one. I bought this stamp set to do a baby card soon too. I might do that next week. Alright, that looks nice. Just to give us a bit of variation. I'll get them off. They're stuck. Let's get my other little tool out. That one doesn't want to come out. And take your pick. You can even get them out from under your nails. No. If they get stuck up there. Very handy tool. I do like this tool. One of my favourite things when I'm crafting. Right, let's get rid of that. And just move that out of the way. So I've started doing some card and cuppa classes as well. And I've luckily had 2 already before this new COVID outbreak. So now I won't be doing that again for a little while. But my next class is booked for the 17th of July. So I'm hoping, let's be hopeful, that things are under control by then. Here's my little pink flowers. Let's put everything over here. Getting warm. Now, let's get our little blue card out here. I'll just use one of those. And decide what we're going to do next. So I haven't planned this one. I just decided I'd use this set. I have to stamp a sentiment here too. And I want to stamp with this. Let's stamp with this. I like that. I'll just put that down. So just pop your block on top of it like that. If you really want to, you can line it all up. Oh dear, I've bumped the camera. Sorry. I just looked up and saw that. Whoopsie daisies. Oh dear. Sorry guys. It's like that some days, especially with the phone. Yes, anyway. Where were we? Can't see any. Oh, my iPad doesn't work. Okay. So you can line this up on your grid paper if you really want to, and line up your block as well, but I'm just going to do it like this because I'm going to cut it out. Now this one, I'm wondering if it matches in there. You could actually stamp it and then die cut it as well, if you really want to. I'm going to cut it fairly straight though after I've stamped it. So let's look at our colouring. Something a little bit different. Not sure whether to colour the flowers either, or whether just to pop them up and keep them white. I might colour them in. Just looking at colours again. Curry, pale papaya. I do like the pale papaya, you know. And that's the polished pink. That's different. So this Magenta Madness is a lot darker to the polished pink. This is the new in colour. That's last year's in colour. Not sure whether to use them or not. colours could I put in there? Thinking. Thinking about crushed curry. This thing. Just to be different. Let's try that. See what it looks like. Can't get it open. Squeeze it here if you can't get it open. I'll use this one for a while. Just tap it onto your ink pad. Right, I'll try that. Actually, I might not use that piece. I've got a few little spare bits over here. Use that one. Then I don't have to use the whole piece. I'm going to go fairly close to the edge. See what that looks like on there. I think that'll work. Just a tiny bit there, but I'm not going to worry about that. It's handmade. See how that goes. And then I'm going to trim that down. Gee, I got that nice and straight along there. Look at that. So I'm wondering whether I need to trim it down. I might just trim it off the end here. Trim it on the trimmer. Do it over here on the table. Because when I do the sentiment part, I don't know where I'm putting it yet. I'm just playing with it. I might put it under a flower and you won't see the whole thing anyway. That looks like on the table. There we go. I like being able to see the screen because then I can see what it looks like. I think when I'm doing stuff on the table, it jiggles my stand a little bit. So if I have these, let me have a look. Move that out of the way. Find my page. So if you need an inspiration as well, apart from your clothes, I'll just go and find this set again. They have some cards in here. I don't know what page I was on. What page did I say? 16, wasn't it? So they've got a couple of cards up here with ideas. So I'm thinking I'll do something similar to that. Which way have they got that? Let's put that there. Oh, they've got that round that way. Okay, so an upside down that way. And then they've put something across the middle. Oh yeah, they have trimmed that off. Okay, we'll trim that off. Just thinking if you're going to put a sentiment, a long one over the top of it, you wouldn't really need to trim that off. But I will trim it down. Just got to line that up. I'll just use a nail file to smooth the edges off if they're a bit rough. It's cute, isn't it? All right, now what sentiment will we go with? Will we go with that long one or will we go with the little one? I'll just trim this down. I'm going to trim that here. I'll bring that over. I'm going to trim to, so I've got 10, so I need to take a few mils off each side. That's right, hang on, double check, just double check. Measure twice, cut once. Hopefully. And then And put that one at 10 over here. Now, is that going to work or not? Sometimes I find if it's embossed already, it's going to cut funny. Yeah, it's doing it. It's doing it because it's embossed there. Occasionally I wreck it. It's okay, we've got another one. I think we'll get away with that. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. I went a little bit rough there. I'll just use my nail file. Call it my card file. So I only use it on card. This one. Give that a bit of a... Yeah, that corner went a little bit funny there. Let's see what it looks like. I could use the other one or just stick it down that side and do it up that way. Actually, we've got to chop it off anyway because we've got to go a bit shorter. So that's cool. Let's do that. That'll end up at 14.4. I'll just chop it off the one end so that we've got rid of that horrible corner. Okay, there we go. It just come out a bit rough there, but clean it off. Cool. So I think I'll just do that, and I want to see the blue underneath it. So I'm going to pop them up on dimensionals. Just put this one down. I'll just use the Tombow liquid glue and put a bit around so that it sticks down, but you don't want to put it too close to the edges because we don't want it to seep out. But I want it to hold it down. Tiny bit in the middle. Don't squeeze this too hard, otherwise it really runs out fast. Squish it around a bit. That's enough. Oh, I'll grab it. So with the Tombow you can move it a little bit before you squash it down. I'll try and get in the right spot before I press it. That looks okay, I think. Give that a little press. I love that colour. See, I've got a few rough edges there, so I will use my file again along there to get rid of those rough bits. I did change my blade not very long ago, but it's still, must be the way I do it, I think. I get a bit gung-ho with my cutting. Let's get that little piece off. Right. That one's got a little bit funny there, but doesn't matter. Okie dokie. Rightio. Look at that. I think if I go under there, too many flowers now. Which one's which? Hang on. Let me get rid of a few. That one. That's that one. That's that one. Right, we don't want those ones. Look at that. I like the little shadow there. I can even put that down there. Oh, here we go. Decision time. Or I could put that under there and put my flowers on top of it. I'll just play with it a bit to work out where I'm going to put things. Which end I want that way. Oops. Moved it all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe we should just go with 5. Maybe not. No. Put this one down here. Where does that one go? I'm liking that. And then I've got to work out where my sentiment's going. I do a shorter sentiment across there, but then we'll cover that up. Oh. And you know what? You don't have to have a sentiment on it if you don't want to. Right now I'm feeling like maybe leave the sentiment for inside the card. I'm liking that, like that. Without even colouring the flowers in. Although if I colour the flowers in, I could put a bit of the pink in there too, couldn't I? A bit of these around the place. A bit of extra colour. You don't even need to colour it in. Okay, let's have a think about that for a second. I'm just going to lift those off. I'm going to put my leaves down where I've got them right now. I'm going to use a glue dot. Use that one like that. And that one goes under there. Put that under there. Oops. My dot doesn't want to come off. Ah. Come off. It won't come off my thing. It's stuck. It's literally stuck to my finger now. We'll get rid of that one. In the bin. In the bin. Right, let's do it this way for this one. Push it onto your glue dot. Push that one on. Oh, dropped it. Oops, daisies. Oh, I think I had that one under there more, didn't I? Where we put these two both on the same dot. Yeah. Just check my positions. Yep. That's okay. And then on these flowers, I'm going to use my bits and pieces of leftovers. Oh, there's a full one. Because I can colour them in later if I decide to. We don't need a lot on there, do we? Love the shape of them. might be able to get away with just one in the middle, I think. I'll get another one for that one. I don't think we need a heap of them. I'll hold them on. I just want to see a bit of the blue. Underneath it. And having them up on the dimensional helps to see a bit of that blue shadow. I'll sit down a little bit. Again, I'll go sideways a little bit so I can see that blue. Okay, how's she looking? And a good push in the middle. And these ones have got all little dots in them. Then I'll decide whether I need any colour on the flowers. I did get out some twine, black twine. To tie a little bow. That in the middle somewhere. Let's get that bit right. I don't like that. Fiddle with your bows a bit. This one's twisting. So they've got their bow over there. So, oh, I think they've actually tied that around the card now that I look at it. Now that I have a closer look, they've tied it through there. Around the card like that. But I didn't see that before, so never mind. I'm just going to stick mine there, I think. And a little blue dot for that. Squash it in underneath it. Give that glue dot a bit of a squeeze so it's not sticking out everywhere. Twist that around. There we go. Here we are, there's my little bow. I'll just trim off my little ends a bit. Get in there, get in there. Okay, let's decide what's next. We don't want more leaves, do we? Or more flowers. We'll put them over here. But we'll put some little pink flowers just to add that bit of colour. And I'll probably just use a little bit of Tombow for these. A little bit. The other thing you could use on these is that adhesive you had dye. No bow. Yeah, there's a bow. I've got a bow, look. The adhesive that you can put on and then cut them out would be good for these too. So I'm just going to put these a little bit randomly around the place. Hang on, there's a dot on there. Got a dot there, look. bows out. I do like having bows on some things. Depends what it is. To find some bling in a minute too to go with this. What do you reckon? On there, on there, on there. So nice when it all comes together, isn't it? The plan comes together. Have I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Let's see how many we put on. Oh, that one's going there. I dropped it. Adhesive sheets, yes. Oh, maybe that's enough pink flowers. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, I should do an odd one, shouldn't I? Oh, you don't have to do that. One's got 6. Look. I'll do another one. Where will I drop this one? That's one way to work it out. Just drop them. Yeah, I'll put him in there. Put him over here. Put him over here. I'll put him over there. Right, we've got a couple of flowers left. I'll put them over there for later. I always end up with enough to make 2 cards. We'll have to vacuum after this with all those dots. Right, now we want some, you could actually stick the dots on if you really wanted to and use them. Okay, where's my bling? I'm just not sure whether to colour the flowers in or not. No, I think I'll leave them. Righto, bling. Here we come. What do we do? We don't really want to colour, do we? So it might be too much with all that going on. I've got my plain basic rhinestone jewels. They're just clear. And I've got silver and clear epoxy essentials. These are quite nice and these are new. Let's see what they're like. Look at them. So there's some that are, oh, let me stand up. Some of them are round. And some of them are like diamonds. Little diamond shapes. And some of them are like little drops as well at the top. I'm thinking just the plain little round ones because that'll go with the round thingos. I think we'll do that. I'll put these ones there. I haven't used these ones yet, have I? I don't think I have. Let's do these ones. Oh, hang on. These ones are silver. Whoa, look at that. That's the silver ones. Oh, don't they brighten it up. And that's the clear ones. Decisions. This is very glittery. No, it's too much. I think that's too much. I'm going to go the clear ones. Thank you, Athena. I just use my take your pick tool to get these off, I think. I haven't got these. You sort of have to really give it a good push, but it sticks it to that, and then the sticky's underneath. You just got to push it to make sure you get the sticky off the base. Put one there. Oh, a bit hard to get up, these ones. They don't have different sizes in these ones. So the circles are all the same size. That's 3. I think 3 might be enough. They've got a lot more on their card, but I've probably done a bit more. I don't know. 3 blings. What do you all think? Yep, the clear ones look. Oh, I didn't use the raindrop ones. I used the round ones. Look, I've gone round. I didn't use the raindrop. I've done round ones around the edge. I could put a raindrop on the flower, but then that might be too much. I love those though, they're very pretty. I think I'll leave it there. I don't think I'm going to put the sentiment on. We'll put a sentiment inside the card when we want to use it. That's the other thing I do sometimes. You can leave it blank on the front and then just put your sentiment inside. Or you can use it for anything. Alright, I think I'll leave it there. Thank you everybody for joining me. It's a lot of fun. I really enjoy it and having your company. How's your crafting going? Thank you. Well, you know, the colour choices came a little bit from my top I'm wearing. There we go. And I have to stick with that tonight. No, I didn't have to. I chose to. I didn't have any of this lighter blue though. Never mind. I try. So that's... See, I wrote in here, die cut fits in embossing folder. It says it here on that page. That's page 116 if you're looking for that set. And if you're ordering from my online store, there's my host code to the end of June. Let me know if you want catalogues sent to you before the 28th of June so I can set that up. And if you want to get involved in any of my kit classes, so if anyone doesn't know about the kit, the new kits that are out, I have put some posts up about that. Just can't see a kit handy right now because they're all in my bag. So the new kit collection is all online and they sell them, you know, as they sell, they'll sell out and then they'll get new ones in. So that's the way that works. So if you ever want to get one of those kits, just go online and have a look or contact me to help you order. And I may even end up doing some of those on Zoom as well, where we sit and craft together, because I did start doing them in the cafe, which is really nice, and having a coffee and, oh, thank you, Di. I got a bit of the inspiration out of here and a bit of the inspiration from here. Bit of a combination there. Yeah, I really enjoy doing the coffee and card. It's really good fun and it's nice meeting new people and just relaxing over a card and enjoying putting it all together. But for that one I'm using the kits. So the kits have everything in them that you need and they have instructions, so you don't have to think about where will I put that. You can just completely follow the instructions if you want to, or you can change it up and make it different. Okay, well, I'm going to go and leave you with it and have a good night, and I'll see you next time. Ciao.